Hey guys, Dalton from Real World Bass Fishing. Doing a video for you guys. Sorry about the lighting. Doing a video of some openings I've looked at. We got here is a Sandstone 3/16 ounce swim jig. More of a black and blue color. Some of the features that has on there is a double barb keeper, extremely weedless head design, center eye technology, 3D oversized prism eyes, 2 times stronger mustard 5/0 hook, ultra point hook, super tough powder coat base, multicolor weed guards, patent pending design is what it says. So let's open one of these guys up. And I got one in a chartreuse and white color too, for those more natural days. And I also got some chatterbaits that are made locally, that are at my local tackle shop, about $8. A little more expensive, but hey, you know, they work. I have used these; they work really well. So let's take a look at it, guys. We'll start with the swim jig. Let's open up the chartreuse one and see. And it's the same thing, I assume. Yep, same thing. So it comes out of the package. All these are 3/16 ounce, so they're a little bit smaller, a little bit lighter weight, not heavy. So let's see here. Oh. So there's that multicolored weed guard. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a better picture. It's actually black, has a little bit of black in there, and multicolored skirt, has that 3D prism eye. So it's not a bad little guy. Not bad at all. And there's the double barbed hook right there for you. So I might put a fluke on here or something and see how it works. Some kind of swim bait so it gets their attention a little bit better. So for these guys, I got 2 of them. I have a 3/8 ounce green pumpkin, or I guess they called it 50/50. But this is also black eye, is what it's called. So let's take a look at these guys. So like I said, these are made here by a guy locally. So let's see here. Wow, I really like that. Not sure what kind of size hook this is though. Really impressed with it. You can tell it's homemade, but I mean, shit ain't going nowhere. So I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed by these. See if the black and blue is the same. Both of these are 3/8 ounce, by the way, guys. Huh. It's not bad. As you can see, it's got that hook, same size hook. That barb on there. Nice little skirt. Colored blade, which I'm not against whatsoever. Not a bad little chatterbait / bladed jig. It's not bad. So, getting into that, people always ask, what's the big difference between this and this? A swim jig and a chatterbait. What's the big difference? The chatterbait, we'll start with that, it has a little blade on it, and it's going to go back and forth and vibrate through the water, causing some water disturbance. And basically, the idea behind it is, you know, sort of like a buzzbait a little bit. Goes to the water, disturbs the water. Works really good on moderate windy days. You can even use these like on calm water days to get them really going. These work really well, chatterbaits. They do catch big bass. I've seen it. My girlfriend's, my ex-girlfriend, excuse me, has caught one on here before. What else? I mean, that's pretty much it. Each company's going to make it different. These are homemade, so that's not a bad thing. Really like them. Not horrible at all. So let's see here. Probably throw this on my 6'6" rod. And with a swim jig, get into it a little bit. You know, for those calmer days, you really don't want. They're not really wanting that blade. You know, they don't want that water disturbance, and you want to make it look more like a bait fish, something that they might eat. I would do something like this. Just because, you know, it's going to go through the water a little bit better. Lighter weed guard. It's not going to be extremely heavy like a flipping jig. It has a 5/0 hook on it. It's got a double guard on here, so the bait won't get off. That's pretty much it, guys. I mean, the big thing about these guys are with swimming jigs is swim jigs are really good for like grass, you know, open water situations. I'd just go a little heavier. I'd go probably, biggest size I think they have is 7/16, so I do a 7/16. 3/16 isn't horrible. I mean, it's light, so it's going to stay towards the surface, but it's not horribly light to where you can't get some casting distance on it. If you want to, you can add a weight to it, about maybe a 1/4 ounce weight, maybe something smaller, one of those pinch weights you can put on there if you want it to go through the water a little bit better. Chatterbaits, I've been using these a lot. They get bumpy. You know, on those days where they're really hard, this is going to be one of your best baits because it's more of a reaction bait. They're going to see it and they're going to want to hit it because it's going to go right past them and they're going to feel that vibration in their lateral line and they're going to turn around and bite it just because it's instinct on them. So that's pretty much it on those two. What else? That's pretty much it. The swim jigs, I might throw this one actually. Might throw this out there during. I'll throw this on my medium heavy with my braided line, just because, so it can take care of it. You know, and I don't have to worry about it as much. And I love braid. I love spider wire braid. Really recommend it. 50-pound braid's what I got over there, minimum. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. On these guys. So situations I might choose this over a chatterbait. You know, if if they're more finessey, they're wanting more bait fish. You see a lot of bait fish around. You could throw it. You see a lot of shad or bluegill minnows. You know, I'd throw something like this. You know, I throw this if it's like there's some like minnows or some shad in there. During shad spawn, I throw these when the shad are coming up. I throw something like this because the bass are going to be nearby wanting to get them. Unfortunately, right now most of the lakes are closed because it's flooding. But these are good things to get. I mean, it's a 5/0 hook, so it's a big hook. But how sharp is it? Oh, that's really sharp. So this might be a good option, you know, if you're wanting to do like a paddle tail bait or those fork baits, things of that nature. Really depending on what you want to do. So that's some ideas, guys. Like I said, I'll throw this like in deeper water, maybe a little bit heavier cover. If there's bait fish around and they're going more finessey, you know, I'll either throw these or a plastic. You know, I'll probably start with these, then move to a plastic, because jigs will get pick out those smaller fish and get you those bigger ones. But chatterbait, you know, they're not hitting real hard. It's a really bad day. I might switch over to a chatterbait, see if I can get anything on them. If there's deep structures, I like to throw that, or rocks. I love the chatterbait. It does real well for rocks and logs and everything. You know, some people ask, when do I throw a spinnerbait? The big question about those. Spinnerbaits, I usually throw early mornings, cloudy days. I'll throw a spinnerbait. or in late evenings too. I will not, if that's none of the scenarios, I will throw a chatterbait. And the cool thing about chatterbaits is you can throw them when the daylight's out. It's not going to scare them off like a lot of chatterbaits do with gold blades. Like spinnerbaits, for instance, will scare them off if it's sunny day and you're throwing excuse me, sorry about that, guys. My dog got in the way. If it's like cloudy, if it's sunny days, you know, a gold blade's not a good idea. Some people say throw a painted blade. Well, if the bait fish aren't schooling, you know, they're not really going to hit it, and you know, sometimes they don't like that kind of bait because a spinnerbait does get used heavily. Chatterbaits are sort of new. You know, they'll hit them, don't see them a lot like you do spinnerbaits and all that. Swim jigs, you know, same thing. You probably don't see these. You probably see them a little bit more. You see them a lot more than chatterbaits, but you probably don't see them as much as you do like soft plastics, things like that. So during lakes, like high pressure lakes where they're fished a lot, guys, I would go something they've probably never seen before, you know, like a chatterbait or a swim jig. You know, they're not going to see that very much. Plastics, they're going to see a lot. Spinnerbaits, they probably see a lot because people love them. You can get them for $1 at Walmart, so they're going to try to throw them. Yeah, usually chatterbaits and jigs are real good, especially for those picky fish, those finicky fish. So that might be an option, guys. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, guys, if you have any other questions, please comment below. Thanks for watching this video. You've been watching Real World Bass Fishing. We'll catch you next time, guys. We'll see you on the water.